Good evening, welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. I'm Marc, I'm your storyteller for the evening. As you might tell from the voice, I am a little bit fucking sick, ill, so be nice to me. We are playing, no, we're not playing Tales of Myth and Mayhem, no, that's a different thing. We're playing the Magnus Archives tonight, a role-playing game from Monty Cook based off the podcast from Rusty Quill, which is fucking amazing. If you haven't listened to it, you definitely should. There will be no spoilers for the podcast other than maybe thematically. So we'll go around the players and then we will get started. And we will start with Drake. Who are you? Who are you playing?
Hello, I am Alex. I'm playing a character called Drake, and I am an occultist.
That's what I asked you, man. I thought it was the other way about. Fuck. Your things are the wrong way around. Now I'm fucked. That's what I was calling you Drake for. Bastard. Sorry. Yeah, I know, I just completely fucked it up for you. I apologise. Dick, tell us about you.
It's fine.
I'm Tim. I will be playing Dick, the investigator.
All night he'll be playing Dick.
Yep.
Lavaita, how about you?
I'm playing Sophia, Sophie, who's an elocutionist. And she knows her name. Oh no, this is not a good start.
Yeah, fuck it. It's not really different to what we usually do. And, oh god, I can't speak it tonight. Tiresias. Tiresias.
I'm Tiresias, and
Tiresias,
I will be the protector.
Yeah, so he'll kick the shit out of me if I get this wrong. In our world, hi Rob. In our world, the world we'll be playing in is a little bit different from the world of the podcast. The way the podcast ends sets up a variety of different possibilities. Our Magnus Institute is not so much of an institute. It is a rather difficult to find a message board on the internet that you either need to be invited to find through various sleuthing methods. Maybe you picked up an ARG and got your way there. And if you were seen as being useful, you were invited to join, to follow up on statements that somehow come into the hands of the archivist, who you don't know. They seem to run it when you do these investigations. I'm not. You take... Stop making me look at chat.
Close the window. Put a tab open over the top of it.
OBS is sitting there. That's why. Right. So anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted.
By you.
Usually, yeah. Yeah, so you get paid for it. You're not sure how they get these statements. You've never heard their real voice. The statements you get them as an audio file, and then any extra information that you need. On this occasion, the audio file is as follows. The following statement is from Andrew Young, received by the archivist via normal channels. Statement begins. My name's Andrew Young. Okay, it's weird. I know it's fucking weird. I wasn't homeless for long. Yeah. But towards the end of it, I managed to get a place in a squat. It's quite an exclusive squat. You need, be invited by people and shit like that. It's, they're quite, they care about their security sort of thing. My friend Kerry, I met her after I'd been down here for about a month or so. She was lovely, got along really well. She'd been homeless for about a year before that. When she got in, she found a way to get me in. I was down on Bushnell Street, or it is down on Bushnell Street. I've not been back since. Everything's boarded up. There's metal over the windows. There's signs. The houses around about it all look really, really nice. It must be destroying the property value. But anyway, Kerry took me, got me in, met the rest of the people. Big Kieran being the main guy that seemed to size people up, give them a place to doss. And it was cool. Everyone, it's homeless people, but mostly young, really friendly, get to know each other. People being arty. I mean, some of them probably weren't really homeless, but they made use of it and it made it good for us too. I stayed there for about 2 weeks, and it seemed, like I said, it was fun. But every so often, I'd see someone using someone else's stuff, be like, "That's not yours." Like, "Yes, it is." And I'd ask someone else, and they'd say, No, it's theirs. They've been using it for a while. I don't know. I don't waste, still the boat. Still the boat. Aye. Anyway, there's 2 floors to this thing. We're never allowed to go upstairs. We're told that the person that owns the house is up there and lets us squat down here, but I don't know why that would be. If anyone tried to go upstairs, Big Kieran would stop them. One day, I saw Kerry coming down the stairs. And she laughed, telling me she wasn't up there. Big Kieran didn't see anything, I wasn't to say anything. Fair enough. The next day, there's someone else in Kerry's bed. And I'd lose my shit. The fuck? Why are you in Kerry's bed? Why have you got her stuff? And she's telling me to calm down. That why? Why am I flipping out at her? It's her. I should know her. She's Kerry. And I'm really fucking losing my shit here. So I'm going to everyone, and everyone's telling me it's her. I get my phone out, I get a picture of Kerry, and it looks exactly like this woman. But I don't know, it's not her. I've never fucking seen this woman in my life. She doesn't even sound like Kerry. But everyone else seems to be in it. They're taking the piss. They've done something to her. They've done something to my phone. And I'm freaking the fuck out. And I feel a hand on my shoulder. Big Kieran tells me he thinks it's time that I hit the road. I did. I headed back up north. Getting me some friends. My family can still fuck off. My mate said I should get in touch with you. Maybe you could look into it. Maybe find out what happened to Kerry. Police didn't believe me. Police didn't care. People in a fucking squat. Anyway, that's it. Statement ends. We've checked the squat. There's people still living there. There's no one at the moment there by the name of Kerry, from what we can ascertain. We would like you to go in, speak a little bit more with people actually inside the squat, and if you can, make it upstairs. See if there's anything of interest to our archives. And then, given the address, so the coordinates for Google Maps or whatever, you have the opportunity to send a couple of questions if you have any.
Who is the owner of the property or house?
That we have not been able to ascertain. It is owned by some shell company in the Seychelles.
Any other issues reported at this house previously or currently?
No.
I mean, years back. I mean, many years, not just.
Not since the 70s, yeah. Nothing recently. The 70s, there was some, anti-war shit going on. Police were on a bit of a crackdown. But nothing big, nothing horrifying or murders or anything.
So nothing similar to what's happened this time?
Not in any records that the archivist has access to, and you've seen from before that some of the records are things that would probably be quite difficult to get at.
Yeah.
Okay, so no history of any previous incidences. This is Dick just wandering around as he's hearing the information. We have names of only one person. Do we have any images of this Kerry? Even if they're the not Kerry images.
There are images attached of a young blonde woman, fairly tall, freckles over her face, with the note, "This isn't her."
Okay.
It'd be
can't
useful to
think
have
of
some
any.
idea of what he thinks Kerry looked like.
Description, yes.
There's a description added. Very small, brown hair, quite sturdily built. He looked at her like a little sister, sort of thing.
So he would have known something was off.
Yeah, right away, that
Okay.
wasn't the person that he knew.
Yeah, the description even sounds different. Blonde versus brunette.
Yeah. I don't know why, but this sounds like a skinwalker type situation.
Hey, what? As not being familiar with it, Dick looks over.
Yeah, I looked at it. A skinwalker is a form of creature in different cultures. Normally, what it does is it lures people to a location and then sort of assumes their form to look like another person, so then they can continue taking the rest of the group.
Ah, that's if they were wearing her same skin, I could see that, but they're changing appearances and everything else too, per what they're saying.
Yeah.
So,
And from the sounds of it, it is altering the appearance to everyone else other than the person as well, and all the memories of that.
yeah, so much deeper than just a skinwalker taking a form to eat.
So when that happens, what happens to the original person?
The original person, they would have been probably consumed. In none of the cultures that I've looked at state what happens. It's most likely said that they're just killed or eaten in general.
So how come it didn't affect Andrew?
That's I have
Another
no
interesting question.
yeah. Maybe the whole memory swap doesn't happen if the person knows them too well. Like if there's close enough of a bond, maybe it doesn't affect them.
I
Which
can
is
see
like
that.
yeah,
Sort
which
of
is
like
why
a mother's child that got swapped. I'm sure the mother would know. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, like if they were sufficiently close in like a relationship, that would probably be the case.
But he identified in the message here that there were others he noticed that, hey, you're in somebody else's stuff, but it's my stuff, not just Carrie.
Mm-mm.
So
So could it be like
it's
some
something
sort
unique
of
about him, it seems. Very much so.
Oh, actually, did she go into the room? Like went to the upstairs where she shouldn't have been?
He
Well,
saw her coming down the stairs, but it was still her then.
Okay. So maybe something happened up there which made the change overnight, or maybe followed her and then did the change overnight. Because it's very
Yeah.
adamant that they didn't want people up there for some reason, and only when she went up that happened. Or shortly after that happened.
So we've determined two things right now. Upstairs is definitely a place we want to visit.
Well, I've got a theory, if you'll indulge me. I know I'm not the brightest on these situations.
Go ahead.
What if our dear Andrew was like the one person who wasn't a skinwalker? Of that's the term we're using. What if everyone else was?
What
Like,
if
it
it's
was
like
some sort of like hiding ground for them or something like that? You just stumbled onto it.
what is like a whole colony of them?
Maybe, I don't know. It's possible. That's the story they're going with.
Well, he's looking at the GPS coordinates on his phone. Where is this located? In a slummy neighborhood, a better neighborhood?
It seems to be a more upmarket sort of neighbourhood. The houses are all Georgian. Fairly big. They all have their own gardens. And when you look from like Google Earth or whatever, Google Maps, Street View, you see that is the only one that in any way looks dilapidated or unkempt.
Unmaintained, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a fairly old town.
Yeah, it's an older part of town, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. But it's not like a slum area or an industrial, so.
No.
Okay.
So we should try to dig deeper into what happened at this location or who owns it. That might give us some other clues.
Yeah.
But basically, we need to get upstairs, at least at some point, and
Yeah. So
I
talk.
think. Go ahead.
Yeah. So go. So the objectives currently are go upstairs, talk to the people. If there's anything upstairs that may have caused a change, we might need to find it and maybe deal with it.
And maybe some background information on the location, because who owns this, and if there's Shell Corporation and various other things, I'm not necessarily interested in who owns it as much as what may have happened at the property, even if it was hundreds of years ago. If there's anything in the background further than the 70s or 80s.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe whatever swapped appearances may have been one of the things that did own the company. Like
There's
they
a
may,
lot of
yeah, like they may
lot
be
of-
using the company as a cover to do their stuff.
Maybe it could be unrelated. It's like if I was a skinwalker or like a body snatcher, right? A group of homeless people would be probably the best food source you could ask for, right? People who would go missing and not many people would care.
Well, I'm still not sold on the body, the skin. Like I said, it would be taking the skin and their images would look the same, for
Yeah.
what I understand of what you're talking for a skinwalker.
Right.
So these are changing identities and everything. So this is a memory, or
Think you're wanting to find out some stuff about the house, and you can give me an intellect roll, please.
sorry, Dick. Sorry, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be
And
funny.
Intellect.
So I does it. Intellect, yes. And if you have anything that you think could reduce the difficulty, let me know. So skills.
Yeah,
or
but I
whatever.
can't roll just intellect, can you? That's what I'm trying to figure
You
out.
just roll a d20. It's you can take from your intellect pool. You can use some to.
Okay.
You
I didn't
do
know if there
effort.
was just a quick way to do it, so that's all. Intellect. There we go. I do have a way.
Right, so you put
What's the
effort into it.
difficulty? What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 15. So difficulty number is 15. The
So,
level would be
the
5.
difficulty is 5.
Yes.
Effort. I'm not going to spend too early on any extra effort or anything. So I failed.
You spend the few hours trying to find this stuff, and it goes back well. You do get to see that it was an old family, Barringtons, that owned it for quite a long time. And the US Depression, they lost a lot of the money, and the house changed hands a lot of times in between. In the 60s, a private company seemed to have gotten hold of it. But left it, didn't do anything with it, and that's when the squatters started. It's actually, the deed has changed hands a couple of times now, so that the original company now has nothing to do with it. But you don't see anything further than that.
Okay.
Like, so I mean, you know, like what I was saying at the beginning, you know, it was there's a shell company that owns it, but you're not able to then dig back through and find that, or there's nothing as well either that you see that was in any way notable in its history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to roll an intelligence to see if I could just look through mythologies and try and find something that's similar to what happened here?
You certainly can.
Intelligence. What would the difficulty be?
Right. First of all, Timmy, do you have any skills that would drop the... So if you're trained or specialised in anything? I do have your character sheets, but I've not looked at them. Well, I have looked at them, but not much.
Oh, I did have something. I'm just looking at my stuff. No, I wouldn't use that yet. Okay.
I mean, your skills don't, I think so you'd be trained in them, whatever that would take it.
Well, no, it wouldn't affect it as this because it's part of my abilities as a investigator
Okay.
more than anything.
So, Drake, I would say your occultism would probably be alright. That's or researching. So we will lower it by 1. So the difficulty here again is 5. So you want over 15 or over on a D20.
15 or over.
You can
Okay.
also spend effort. Right. So
Till
you've
her
got,
by 1, so it'll be 12 or higher.
yes, but you would only need to spend 2 points because you've got 1 edge in intellect. Usually it would be 3 points. So yeah, if that's what you want to do, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I'll try and beat the 15. I'll
Okay.
save the effort. That's a 12.
Unfortunate. Again, there's so many stories of things taking the place of others throughout mythology. You're right, skinwalkers being one of them, but I will say what Dick was saying is correct as well. They tend to actually take on the form of the other, whereas here it seems to be something different. I was about to tell you what, but you didn't pass. I'm not giving you information. Fuck.
I'm like, that would have been a funny slip up.
Oh yes, I would have just caught myself just in time.
Yeah.
So, anyone else want to check anything before you head to the squat?
I guess I'm gonna when we get there. I guess I'm gonna search around the building for like emergency exits, fire escapes, all that.
Oh, like quick exits.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
So, are we saying you're all going there then? What type of day would you go?
Actually, that's a good question. I'd say probably somewhere where it's bright outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then if we need to do anything later, we might be able to do it at night where people are probably sleeping.
Right. So you're probably going maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, weekday morning when the more bohemian types are asleep.
Or go in later in the early afternoon and hope more people are not there, less to deal with if we want to get upstairs.
sounds good to me.
Yeah, well, remember, we also have to talk to the people as well.
So
Or
tell
do you
me,
mean,
when
yeah.
you
Or
Sure,
do
we
you-
can get upstairs. There's lots of ways of doing that.
yeah, fair. Then again, they are homeless people. They will probably be somewhere near the building if they're not in the building.
that depends.
Yeah.
Having been a homeless person, it depends.
Based on the information I looked up, Mark, is there 2-story, 3-story? What's the size of the building here we're looking
It's
at?
a 2-story building.
Okay.
Very high
Mansion?
ceilings. Yeah, that sort of thing. It's got a very large footprint.
Okay.
You can't see in the windows from any pictures because they're all boarded up, spray painted over and everything else. What you could probably do is get a floor plan of one of the other houses. Because there'll be historical records. If you give me a research roll for that, I will.
All right. And we'll just see what I roll. Research. What is the difficulty?
I'm not actually meant to tell you the difficulty, but I will because I'm nice. Difficulty of this would be 4.
Or I can roll without, but it gives me the option here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's success. I succeeded on. I rolled a 15, so beats difficulty 5. If that would give anything else.
What it does is it speeds it up a little bit. You've got this information. You did quite a bit of searching before. Pardon me, sorry. That wasn't so fruitful. Now you've went back to check again. You get a layout of the house, and the way it usually is there's a massive kind of entry hallway. I am terrible with sizes, so please imagine something that makes sense. There's a large living room, which kind of about the size of the picture I gave you, where the people are all sleeping on the floor. There's the drawing room, maybe a small library. There's a kitchen with which also has a bit leading down to the basement. And then the upper floors, I think it's 4 bedrooms up the top, a couple of bathrooms, some closets, things like that.
Yeah.
Any indication of attics or attic spaces?
There'll almost certainly be an attic, yes.
Okay. We'd probably have to get past the upstairs to get that, though.
Or coming in from out there?
Yeah.
Is it a detached?
Yes, it's
building
detached.
or-
Yeah. No, it's detached. It's the sort of house, if it was in good nick, it would go for well over $1 million.
Oh.
But it's the outskirts of a city like London, so I mean, that's not really saying all that much.
But understood. It's more of a mansion style than, I think, a house almost.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, who has a car?
I've got the car.
Okay.
So when are you heading, morning, afternoon?
I think we might as well just mid-morning. How about that? That way those of us who stay up late can sleep in a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of us work night jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, you just stay up late. Right. You all get in the car or you meet there, whatever. You've all worked together before, haven't you? So, let's first of all, I want you to describe yourselves to us because we didn't do that yet. So what do each of you look like?
Okay, one second. Let me pull up a reference so I can actually.
That's what I need to do, man. I can't picture it in my head at all.
Yeah.
What type of, you said it was, we were going to do seasonal, so is it cooler there right now?
Aye. It's not, I mean, the weather the last few years has been warming, so it's not that cold. I mean, you're not in freezing temperatures. Getting down 2 or 3 degrees maybe.
Okay. Well, as Dick comes walking down the street to get to the car.
You're all wank, seriously. Anyway, go on, Dick.
He's slightly taller than average, about 190 centimeters, and with light skin. He's smooth shaven. He has a smooth shaven head. It seems a bit small for the girth of his barrel chested body. He tends to wear turtlenecks, and he usually wears a trench coat or a longer coat like that too to keep the weather and stuff. He tends to slouch a little bit too. But you've known him long enough. When he gets excited and everything, he'll stand erect and look around.
Remember, we don't know what's happened to your characters in Egypt yet in Masks. Just remember that, mate. Who's next? Who's describing their genitals? No, sorry, I meant character.
You know what? I'll the next one up. So Drake is a man that looks to be in his 40s, 50s. He's like a receding He has like a receding hairline, night black hair. His fingertips are permanently stained with ink from his obsession with books and his fantasy story writing. He wears a set of clothing that was owned by his grandfather, Algernon Drake. It's like a green vest, yellow shirt, and like brown trousers. All of them are with like stains that are clearly really old, yet somehow it's not in danger of him being damaged, and he always has like just a book attached to his hip, just for like aesthetic reasons.
Oh, very good. Who's next? Kevin or Sophie?
I can go next if you want.
Please do.
Save the best for last for Sophie.
Of course.
Nope, it's hard to do a Battle of Wills when I can't look you in the face.
No, sorry.
That's
one
why they
edge.
do it.
Kevin stands at 6'2". He's a man in his mid-30s. He wears a three-piece black suit for work and, off work as well. He likes to look formal with short black hair that has been dyed black. He's a natural blonde, but likes to keep a more intimidating figure for his job. And he's got a few scars hidden under his suit from several fights.
Cool. Sophie, last but certainly not least.
Sophie is mid-30s as well. She is about 5'7", and she had until recently been working in a small hotel that she'd been managing, and she recently sold to a chain, so she's quite financially solvent for a while. She's starting to get bored and started looking into other things she could do, and she's kind of found looking for challenges and intrigues, got interested in some of the occult things, and that's how she's ended up here. So she usually dresses kind of casual but a bit sharp, sort of confident and approachable is the idea. So like cozy sweaters but tailored jeans, bright scarves.
You arrive on the street, you see fairly upmarket cars, houses look nice, you can see the Christmas decorations up, lights shining. And even though it's daylight, this one house seems like a dark spot in the street. People out walking about, kids with their parents, people walking their dogs. You don't see any movement at the moment at the house as you pull up. Do you park right in front of it, or do you park further away and walk down?
I parked further away. I'm kind of scared that someone might try and break into my car.
Okay. You walk down, it's uneventful. People nod at you, smile. Seems like a fairly cheerful place. There's the gardens are so walled up to maybe about your hip. Most of the lawns are well manicured. Some have like tables for birds to drink off, or swing sets for children. The house that you're going to is overrun with weeds. There's some nettles in there, thorns. You can see junk that's been thrown and just left. Crisp packets, things that have just flown in by the wind and just stuck there and no one bothered to move them. There's no gate to go through. It's been taken off or ripped off. The door is completely sealed over with metal. This is true. Definitely questionable. Sorry. The door is completely sealed over with kind of metal grating, spray paint all over it. Lots of fuck the Nazis sort of thing. Cigarette ends dotted around the door. Seems to be a place that people like to gather and smoke.
Okay. I would like to have a look to see if there's like any like openings, because you said the door was like blocked.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to see if there's anything, maybe like a small hole in like a wall, maybe like a broken window or something.
You start to make your way around. At this point, I'll use my first intrusion, and for that, you get 1 XP, and you can give 1 XP to someone else, and say why.
Okay.
So, who would you like to give the XP to?
I'm not entirely sure.
As we're standing there looking around, do we see any paths that go?
Yes, there are. That's what Drake will be following in a wee moment. You can just pick one at random if you want.
Yeah.
I'd say give it to Dick. He did the research for the building and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's a dick. Yeah,
You know
that's
what?
fair. Dick did do
Yeah.
research for the building and everything. Like,
Yeah.
that's fair, so Dick, you get 1 XP as well.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
maybe Dick goes with Drake as they follow this little path around the house.
Well, yeah, according to what I saw in the blueprints, there should be an entrance along the back here, and I think this is the path.
Follow
And he
around,
starts
you're
following.
searching for a way in. And as you're searching, you're not really paying attention. Are the two of you staying out front, Kevin, Sophie, or are you heading?
Well, I'm kind of confused because I thought we were going to knock the door and just talk to people, but if they
There
want
is
to
no
stealth
door to
around, I'm
knock.
not going to stop them. Oh, you said it was
It's
closed over. I was going
completely.
to knock
No, it's
it.
completely. Don't know. Have you ever been in Drum Chapel? And you've seen the doors.
Not recently.
But recently I don't think it's like that anymore. But you've got the doors that are. They've got the metal over it, so no one can get in. You can't open. You know, it's completely fucking closed, so they make sure.
Yeah, it's like there was a door in my in real life. There was a door in my neighborhood, and like so many bad things happened that they just put like a metal block over the
Yes,
door
basically.
to stop
Aye.
people from getting in.
That is exactly what it is.
Got you. So I might look for windows, but if they're on the stealthy trip, then to see if there's anything else like around the garden, looking up at the rest of the building.
Kevin,
I
you
think,
with Sophie or?
Yeah, I'm with Sophia. I'm looking for any signs of drug abuse, like needles that might be scattered around the lawn. Because my biggest fear is, being mugged.
Yeah.
Than anything supernatural.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Dick, Drake, you are searching along to see if there's an entrance somewhere. You see lots of boarded up windows. You see windows near to the ground, those kind of half basement windows. And as you're looking, you don't hear the person come round the corner. And you take a step and you find your head bangs against a very stout person. Is at least 2 meters tall, 6 feet. Looking down at you. Can I help you, mate?
Sorry. We heard that there was some people in the building. We just wanted to ask what it's like to live here.
You a reporter or something?
No, I was looking for a friend, and he sort of went missing around this area.
Oh, really? What's their name?
Shit.
He's looking at you both, head going back and forth. What about you?
Her name was Carrie.
There was a Kerry here a few months back, but she's moved on. Didn't hear she went missing. I mean,
Can you mind asking around to see if there's anybody here who remembers her? Obviously, you do.
Look, this is the place where we live. We don't really want people just coming, walking around. Is that more friends of yours out there?
Yeah, they came with us. Yeah, but
So you brought a whole squad
no,
to check for a friend?
no, we were just gonna ask for questions and then go. That was it.
Fold his arms over his chest. So, what's your questions?
What's upstairs here? Where is Carrie? Who else lives here? Who might know this place?
Okay.
We're here.
Are you a cop or something, mate?
Years ago, I used to be.
Okay.
Now I help find lost things, people, places.
And who says this person's lost?
Family member.
Yeah, that's no way to do you too good. I mean, the family members, it's been, weeks? Over a month since she was here. It's you're not going to get anything to follow.
Well, that's why we want to talk to people here, see where she was. We're following the trail.
We have a fairly high throughput here, mate. I don't know if you know what squatters are, but people don't tend to stick around.
You seem to have been here quite some time. How long you been here? As he takes out a notepad. What's your name, by the way?
You take out the notepad and he squares up to you.
And I'm just as tall as him, and unless maybe
You're
even
almost as tall
bigger.
as him. He's slightly bigger.
I'm 6'2".
I said he was 2 meters. I can't remember what that is in feet.
6'2".
No,
We're
you're
about the same
190
height.
centimeters, you said.
Yeah, which is just which is 75 inches, which is just over 6 feet.
So 2 meters in feet is 6.5.
Right.
So he's slightly bigger then. Not much.
A couple of inches.
I'm looking at his
4 inches.
Yeah, not much. 3.
That's a dick thing to say.
Dick's just looking at him. He's not impressed by his standing there. Yes, I was still waiting for your name. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, I can at least tell people that they can come and ask you.
No, you can't. I don't want people coming here and asking me. This has nothing to do with me. You know, you're not the police, so you can fuck off. Just turn around and walk away, pal.
You own this property?
That's none of your business.
If you don't own the property, you can fuck off. And he starts walking around him.
He grabs you.
And I bat his hand away.
Give me a mic roll to bat his hand away.
Okay, I'll be honest, thank God this is a dick doing it, because I do not have... I am not good at the mic department.
Come on, hit submit. Ooh, I rolled a 1, GM intrusion.
Take 2 points of stress, as not only does he grab you, he throws you to the ground, and you bang your head a little bit. I told you to get out of here. He doesn't seem worked up or really angry.
Hey, Kevin, I got some work for you.
Ooh,
If I hear that and I hear a rough scuffle in the back, I'm running.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for me, but I'm following.
Yeah. Question.
Keep together.
Yeah. Is he like unnaturally calm for this situation, or is he just calm? Because someone just tried to go past him, even though he's adamant that they can't go in.
You can see that he's not happy. He's not like emotionless calm. You probably saw him getting angrier as they talked. He's definitely riled up, but he doesn't seem to be a person that loses control very quickly.
Okay, so he has a long fuse.
Long
Okay,
enough.
quick question, Mark. What did you say? I'm trying to find out where to mark that.
It should be a stress box.
Yes.
Yeah, just 2 stress. It's not a major injury or anything.
No, I had to read one of my abilities, and it didn't affect it, so that's when I wanted to.
Okay, no stress. We're not stressed. Kevin, you were searching for drug paraphernalia, and maybe you did find you nearly found some used condoms. Might have found a syringe or 2, but no needles, which is kind of strange.
I think while Kevin's running in the back, he's gonna run between Dick and the guy who's a part of the house, and just go. Everyone's get their hands off each other for a moment.
So as you're running, the guy at the house looking at Alex, I think you better take your friend and leave, please. And then you run up. He looks at you. He smiles. My hands aren't on anyone. I asked your friend to leave as he is bothering me.
And as he stands up and brushes himself off, no, and starts walking. Now that Kevin's in between him and the door.
Where are you walking to? Because
he's following the trail around.
The guy didn't come from the door. The guy came from where the trail came from. You were walking along and didn't notice.
Then I just walk around him then.
He puts his hand out again and grabs you. You can give me a might roll if you want to get him off, or Kevin
Can I try and
intervene.
intercede?
You certainly can.
Yep.
Might roll.
It's a difficulty of 6, so if you've got anything that will get it lower, feel free to use it.
Oh, with might? Not really.
I have intimidation as a skill. I'm trained in intimidation.
If you want to intimidate him, that's a different thing. You can try and do that as well. But at the moment, he has grabbed Dick and is stopping him from moving.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and intimidate him with just my figure and my build.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's taller than me, but I feel like I might be a bit more.
That is a difficulty
than
of
him.
7, so you'll need to bring it down, otherwise it's impossible.
Okay.
Not impossible, just very difficult.
No, it's impossible for a difficulty of 7.
21, yeah, 21 times 3, sorry.
Is that right?
I keep forgetting that you have to do math to know the number.
I know, yeah.
So what is it? 3 times the difficulty?
Yes.
Okay.
10 times 3. That's 21, yeah.
So you need to have something that brings down. So you've got your skill. Are you trained in it or specialised?
I'm trained in it.
You're trained in it, so that drops it by 1, so it makes it a 6, which makes it an 18. You can also put effort into it.
Which drops it by 1, which would bring it down to 15.
Exactly.
Can I use an edge? I want to use might for this roll.
Right, so if you have the edge on that, what that means is it only costs you 2 points rather than 3 to lower it by 1 level.
Okay.
So at the moment it's a 6, so it's 18. If you lower it by another level, it'll be a 5, so a 15.
15. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my edge to lower it down to a 15. That's a 17. Just barely.
You don't... It's not intimidating as you make him scared. He looks at you and he sizes you up. If you're clever, mate, you take him and leave here. We don't like coppers around here.
We have coppers.
He was a copper. He's here trying to find someone who isn't here.
And you're not the owner of this place, so why are you trying to
He
defend
hasn't
it?
let go of you yet. I
Yeah,
am
he's
the
not
owner and the
struggling with it.
caretaker.
Yeah, I look at Dick and I'm
But
like,
who's the owner?
None of your
Missing
business.
information? Well, then you can't be employed by them because nobody knows who you are.
Well, they
Sounds
live
like your
here,
name.
Dick.
Your name's Dick.
Dick is being-
That seems appropriate. He looks at you
Yeah,
again, Kevin.
biggest dick you're going to ever play with.
We don't need to have any bother here. We don't need to square up and get angry. You take your dick,
Why?
get rid of him. Your boy here seems to be a little bit nicer. If he's got some more questions for me, he can ask. But if I was you, I would remove him.
How about we go sit in the car for a little bit, Dick? I'll take.
yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Dick, you should probably... I think you've riled him up a bit. Maybe just...
And Kevin, you definitely brought him down a bit there. You saw that he was then calculating what was going on. I mean, if you want to push it, you can, but...
Not a problem. I still have friends on the force. We'll just call a couple cops to come over and investigate for us. How does that sound? Unless you want to let us in.
He looks at you and starts laughing. Go away, little dick. If you don't take him away now, none of you can ask any questions.
Yeah, I start going with Kevin to take Dick back to the car.
He'd said you should stay and ask your questions, Drake.
Oh, I thought he meant Kevin. Okay.
Yeah.
How about you and
That's
Sophie
Yes,
stay
you
here
and
and ask
Sophie
questions?
seem to be...
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
Kevin,
I
before Kevin goes off, the guy sticks out his hand, says, Kieran, mate.
yeah, I take his hand and I'm like, Drake.
No, he did say Kevin. As Kevin was taken, because he respects Kevin. Well,
Yeah.
but he doesn't know yet. He sees you reaching for his hand as well, grins at you and takes your hand. Nice to meet you, Drake. How about you? Nods his head at Sophie.
Me. Hi. I think we may have got off on the wrong foot as a group there.
I think you might have as well. That bringing a copper round to a squat is not really a good idea.
Yeah, he tends to go in a bit hard, but he's just full of bluster.
Sounds like most coppers to me.
Yeah.
He hasn't learned the subtleties yet. Don't worry about him.
He was asking about Kerry. The only reason I remember that girl is because she had a mate here who went nuts. Yeah, I had to remove him. I don't usually need to do that. Usually people head on by themselves. I take care of the people here. I take care of this place. Now,
Do you remember their name?
I think it was Andy.
Andy.
Okay.
The young Asian guy. But he didn't come back. He seemed kind of weird. But, yeah, that Kerry left not long after he did and never came back. I don't want any trouble here. I don't want anyone sending the fucking coppers around because...
We don't want trouble either. It's the last thing we came for. Like, we're not interested in starting anything. We just want to figure out what happened with Kerry and with Andy.
Yeah, Dick normally goes a bit nuclear with his stuff.
So, this boy, Andrew, Andy, whatever, from what I remember, he was being weird. He kept on saying that people weren't who they were. As I'm here all the time. I look after the house, I look after the people in it.
Okay.
This Kerry was here. Nice enough girl. I had to give her a warning once because I thought her trying to head up the stairs. That's not allowed here. People can squat here, they can live here, we help them with their food, we help them out if they need to find a job. You don't go upstairs, that's the rules.
Okay. Random questions, the reason, or if you don't want to answer, I'll drop the subject.
Good.
So do you kind of run things here?
I'm the caretaker. I look after the people here. I make sure the house doesn't get any more fucked up than it does. As you can tell, I'm not a gardener, so that's why the garden looks like this.
Hmm.
Now,
I mean, that's there. It's just, you could make it look a wee bit nicer and then maybe it wouldn't get so much attention.
we don't tend
I'm
to
not
get
telling
a
you
lot
to
of
live your life,
attention
though.
here. I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, if there's nothing else I can do for you, I think it's time you headed off.
Do you know any way we might be able to contact Kerry or Andy?
No
You didn't leave
idea.
any word or anything?
Andy, you would know you would be able to contact through the Institute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm
okay.
asking.
People don't tend to leave forwarding addresses here.
I understand.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, one last thing. Has there been any like weird stuff happening here? Like, I know you've got throughput of people and people coming and going, but like anything that's kind of made you go, "What the hell was that?"
He thinks for a second. No, there's just usual strange people, but nothing too out of the ordinary.
okay. Well, I look to the caretaker. Thank you for your time. Sorry if this has kind of gotten a bit out of hand, but we've got what we needed. I think we'll get out of your hair now.
Thank you. Look, I know people go missing and I know sometimes people come here looking for them. If she was here, if I had any information for you, I would tell you. I don't want any harm to come to anyone. Except maybe that dick.
It's really good that you're looking after people like this and helping them get back on their feet. Like, there's not enough people helping, so you're doing a
Someone
good
has
thing
to.
here.
Yeah, I look at the caretaker and I just like quickly write down my phone number, and I'm just like, if anything strange happens that you think might be looking into, just ring here and we can have a look for you.
He takes it, brings a phone, it's a flip phone, not a smartphone out. Robin, Drake's your name, yeah?
Yeah.
I will do. Now, if you don't mind, I need to go in, make sure no one's fucking up lunch.
Okay.
Just before we leave this guy, can I use my ability to discern motive?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure his motives are straightforward, but I just want to see if I can get any sense of like
Does that
anything else.
need a roll or anything, or...?
I'm just checking. I know I get it as part of my first tier elocutionist skills, and it's something I'm trained in.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're trained in,
Discern
then
motive.
then it drops it by a level.
Hmm. I'm just in the index and looking for the page again.
The difficulty is only 4. Yeah, so you need to roll a 12 or higher. If you drop it because of the skill, the talent, then it would be 9 or higher.
Why is it not taking me to the...
It doesn't do that. It takes you to the fucking fields
Oh,
for some reason. I don't know
fantastic.
why.
Love
Yeah, really helpful.
that.
Me clicking it 5 times trying to get to damage, thinking maybe if I move the
Yeah.
mouse just like that. Just, no.
It's a really handily put together book in lots of ways. It's just
Aye.
now
Just
I
that
want
part is shite.
that bit, which I didn't copy out properly.
What did you want? Discern.
Discerning motive.
Yeah, it
You
should-
which
are
is-
I have it here if you want it. Just
Can you just tell me what this thing is? If there's a
you are
anything specific
practicing
that's not just-
discerning another character's lies, motives, disposition. You are trained in it, and it's just straight up how you're trained in it. It's an enabler.
Oh, cool.
If
I've
you
got-
took it as your trained skill, like I did, I just didn't use it.
I did.
Right. Yeah, but you can
So-
use a skill. Use a skill you can use multiple times. You know that, don't you? It doesn't. It's not like a cipher that's one and done. Right. So you roll then your d20. If you want to use effort, you can. But at the moment, you just need better than a 9.
I've only got one effort. Okay. Oh, no, it didn't. It fell out the rolling thing. That's a 4.
It's a 4.
Shame.
You can't. You know, you're looking at his face and he's smiling. And it's just inscrutable. You don't know. I mean, how he acted with Dick and how he acted with
Man,
Alex is so different. Yeah, exactly. He might be being up front. He might be hiding something really dark around the corner, and you know you can't tell.
Yeah.
I hope you find the girl you're looking for.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I just give him a nod and then just walk back to the car.
As Dickens being walked by Kevin out of, they're going to follow the well. Dick's going to not resist. He wasn't doing well. Now at least we got good cop, bad cop down, and they're going to get to play the good cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And after the fact, everything was planned. Not just, I'm a dick who's a dick. Well, that could have been your descriptor. Dick is a dick who's a dick and likes being a dick. Sorry.
And as he takes out his smartphone, and as he's walking in, and Kevin's between him and the guy there, I'm hoping. Here, let me just take a picture of you, Kevin, as he zooms in on the guy behind him a little further and takes a picture of him.
Give me an intelligence roll to see if that goes unnoticed. Or I'll tell you what, instead of giving me an intelligence roll, I will offer you an intrusion.
Let's see if you turned off your flash.
You get 1 XP and 1 XP to give someone else, but he notices. Or you give me your 1 XP that you already have back and he doesn't notice.
What can I do with XP? But
XP lets you level up, it lets you do things like ignore intrusions, it lets you do player intrusions, so like changing aspects of the story.
I think it's
this
probably
one.
best if he doesn't see the flash of the camera.
yeah, that's what I'm going with. But I was just wanting to know because I'm still kind of learning the system too. So it's just
Yeah, none of
what
us
can
have
you
played
do
this before, but so
I'll give up my.
you'll give up your
I'll
1
use the
XP.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get the picture of
I
him.
just.
It's a modern smartphone, resolution's fucking superb.
Oh yeah, I definitely took that as an asset because it does all the stuff that he would normally get: a camera, a recorder, its research, computer. All can be done in the hand.
Anyway,
Control yourself, Mark.
you all meet up outside the non-gate. Starting to rain very gently. You can smell it on the coming up from the tarmac.
Also, as we're walking back to the car, what do we notice as I'm looking up? I'm looking at the second floor. Do I see curtains all boarded up? Do I notice anything?
It's all boarded up, but if you give me an intellect check, I'll see if you notice anything else.
I'm going to spend an intellect point and use careful observation. But since I have an edge, it's 0. Okay. You get, and this is careful observation. You take a minute to examine your surroundings. If you see the difficulty for a task, you take note of the just basically you get more information, or some other a good clue, basically.
Okay.
Now, I will roll that, and that is a perception task 4. So I'll have to roll a perception task.
I think that, yeah. But if you were using the effort, it would come from your intellect pool, I think.
Yeah, it lets me get extra if I succeed over a certain point, and I'm just going to roll without any. We may put effort into it, okay. Oh, I forgot to change something on my settings. All right, I would have beaten a difficulty 4, but that's all.
You see the windows boarded up the top aren't like they are down the bottom where they have these metal sheets over them, for the most part. There are 6 windows that you can see. Most of them are boarded completely up, but you see one directly above the door, the entrance.
Well, like the front door.
Yes, but it's like above that. It's on the first floor, and you see.
Oh yeah.
Some curtains, but the curtains are moving, like swaying as if in the wind. But everything looks locked up tight. Okay. And there's no real wind at the moment with the rain coming down either.
Okay. So there is something on the second floor, is what he's assuming.
First floor.
First floor.
Yeah. We're not American. We are not American.
Because it's ground floor, first floor, then second floor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Europeans versus Americans. Yes, I do. And
this is why I don't play your games, by the way, because I know you'll do it back to me and then I'll cry.
Could Kevin check his smartphone to check the weather, see if there's going to be a storm, or is it just rain?
At the moment, it's just rain. If you want a storm, I would say it would be a player intrusion. So you would need to ask.
Thanks. My character is a
foe. Yeah.
But he would probably check the weather app just in case, see what the weather's going to be like in a couple hours.
It's just we're going through fairly cold. The wind picks up more at night, but it doesn't look like it'll be raining. They say there's a chance of snow, but they are lying bastards.
It never snows.
No, it doesn't snow. They say there'll be snow this year. No, there won't.
Arctic blast.
Exactly. It's just someone in the office has left the freezer open. And it's
Does the first floor window with the curtain, does it seem like it's able to open, or?
You can't see that from there.
I haven't shared the information necessarily yet, too.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to just pretend he did, because he's not that
I'm going to assume he quickly would. He would have done it shortly, but we hadn't gotten back to the car yet.
Yeah. I'm going to say, if you were smart enough, technically what you could do is you could get your phone camera and try and zoom in on that to try and get an enhanced picture.
Well, that's what he's going to be doing. I was going to state he's going to start taking pictures of around the area. Just click, click, click. With the resolution on cameras nowadays, you can zoom in pretty good on those images. And he's going to look at them later, which is something he can do with his other ability, which is missing details, which he has to do studying stuff for a while.
So you're taking photographs then of the house?
Just generally as he's walking, just click, click, seeing things. He's going to take the gate so he knows the address and things like that.
Yeah. You've got you get as much as you can without being too overt about it, I would say.
Yeah, not like trying to stick it through the window or anything or any open holes. Yeah, just. I didn't mean it that way, but that was just an added bonus.
He's doing it now without even trying.
Title of his sex tape. Anyway. So, what's the plan?
Well, did you find out any information from him after I was escorted away?
Some.
I did notice something on the second floor just above the door. There was somebody watching as we came up. First floor.
One floor up, you see. One floor up. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, Dick, we know that you're actually American. You don't need to
Yeah.
rub it in our face.
Oh God.
Yeah, like
I'm about to do the fucking intrusion just for that.
Drake looks to Dick and he says, other than the caretaker of caring for everyone and the fact that the girl went missing, not missing, the girl left shortly after the dude had his flip and the caretaker had to remove him. Nothing much else is really known about the two, but I did give him a number in case he does find anything that is strange or if he finds more information that could be of use.
Did you ask if
Okay.
he was a known drug user?
I mean, you saw him. He doesn't look like he's a drug user.
Oh no, if he knew of the other Adam, I believe the name he mentioned. that you-
Andrew, the
Andy.
statement, Andy. Yeah.
Andy.
Andy.
We're all
It was the
wrong.
guy from the file, Andrew Young.
Yeah. Andrew again had the whole. Apparently, he said that he saw people that are different, implying that that this maybe potentially happened more than once. But
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's what we got from the message we received earlier.
yeah, but I think in that case it was the one person that had changed.
Yeah,
But-
that was the main one. His friend, but he said he observed other people that were in what claimed to be other people's property. That he saw somebody different, but they claimed to be them. Excuse me, that it was their stuff. It was kind of, memory manipulation, or
that was the current theory. The studies last night couldn't really come up with anything. I might try when I get back again to see if there's anything I may have missed, but so far there's nothing that I have found in my current books. I might have to go on the internet for this one.
I mean, that's all stuff we'd get if we were on the inside. I don't think we're going to get that level of detail from just accosting a guy who's very defensive in his front garden.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
well, I
what-
got a picture of this gentleman here as we were walking away, and he shows. See if we can get some research on who he is, since he was so unwilling.
Yeah. We might have to dig around a bit, but we can probably find something. Well,
Okay.
I could probably go on a few forums and try and find
Did
out.
we
but-
have any photos of the guy who submitted the case? Or did we just get a name?
You're actually able to get in touch with them if you want to. That's
Okay.
a possibility. It went through the normal channels. There's sometimes there's things that come through where it's not directly from the statement giver. So in this case, if you want to speak to him, you would probably be able to sort that out.
Okay, let's do that when we're back at the place, or back at wherever we need to be. That's probably a good thing to do, because then we can have the resources to actually look into whatever we need to.
Okay.
As we're driving, though, Dick is going to do a basic Google search on images, see what he can find on the internet. I believe there's one or two sites you can log into with an image that will find all the pictures on the internet of that. So he's going to do things like that.
So you do a reverse image search on this guy. There's no luck in this game, so give me an intellect roll, please, and just tell me what you roll.
I was muted. 12.
12. You get lots of people that look like this guy. I mean, it's fairly big, shaved head.
If I can use
square jaw.
research, I will get a. Will that help? I mean, that'd be researching.
Yeah,
do
no,
have that
definitely,
skill.
yeah. Yes. Yeah. So that would lower it by one difficulty.
I have no idea what it is, but it would lower it by
No,
one,
it's
so
okay.
that would.
That's fine. So yeah, you get lots of. I mean, the reverse image search isn't that great. You're not going to get for things that aren't extremely distinct. You know, if there was tattoos in his face or something, it'd be much easier. But you put the work in, you spend most of the night looking into it, and you do manage to go back 15 years back. A guy got a charge of GBH, grievous bodily harm, and did 3 years. Since he came out, there has been nothing from him. Nothing at all.
We have a name.
Yep, Kieran. I didn't think of a second name because I didn't think anyone would go and check fucking records.
Smith. We'll go with Smith. Johnson. Johnson.
Johnson. No, we're not doing a Johnson.
My, what a big Johnson.
Oh God!
That Johnson's big. He just took that dick in hand, and this is yes, it's Kieran.
This is your
Stephen.
brain, not me.
Oh no! Don't get me. No! Don't get me wrong. I know this is. I know that I'm like this. I don't try to say I'm not.
Jesus Christ!
If you want, we can change it to Richard.
No, it's fine. Kieran Loss is his name.
Kieran Loss. Okay.
He is, from what you can tell, if the birth date is right, he is 45 years old. He's originally from Manchester. I didn't do an accent because, fuck you, everyone sounds Scottish. That's just how it is in the world. There's probably a couple of other things in his past. You know, if you look right into it, you'll see, maybe he was a bit of a hooligan when he was younger, but the GBH, which he denied having carried out, got him put away, and that is seems to be the thing that's set him straight. After his parole was up, no one's heard anything from him.
All right. I'll let somebody else have some options, but I will be investigating the images also, and that I took of the pictures around the house. So, but let others have a chance.
Who's next?
I was just gonna try and.
No, Drake, if you do me a favour, we'll go with you last, please.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a reason for it. I'm not just being an arsehole. There's a reason. Right. So, Kevin or Sophie? What are you two doing? Are you just going for a drink together to bitch about Dick? Are you doing something to investigate? Are you doing something downtime? Remember, because the time's passed, any stress I think the stress you have gets taken away because you've rested, and also any pull points that you have spent go back up. Unless I'm wrong, in which case I'm wrong. But yeah, sorry.
Kevin is going to the pub, actually. And he's going to ask some questions. You know, just make casual conversation, ask what people know about that building, the people in it.
Okay, so a pub nearby. Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's call it... John's Den, it's called. It's a fairly nice little pub. It's been taken over by a chain. So the menus are all nicely laminated. You can tell that it used to be like a local, but now has pints that cost, I don't know how much they cost anymore, because when I used to drink and I lived in Scotland, I would go for the cheap shit. So
£6-7 quid at this point.
Right, so they're costing 7-8 quid. Then it's because it's fairly expensive. Not many younger people in here. But you ask at the bartender says they don't give much trouble, blah blah, people don't like it. Bartender's a younger guy.
Yeah. Does it have a reputation short, or
What?
has anything strange ever happened there? Anything you've heard of?
Not as far as I know. I mean, I don't live nearby. I just work here. They seem alright. That Kieran comes out every once in a while. He's the only one that people seem to know. Nobody bothers him. He doesn't drink any alcohol. Comes in, has a Coke or a Diet Coke, depending on his mood. Sits, reads a book, heads back. I mean, you can speak to some of the others. They've lived here for most of the time. He points to an old guy in the corner with a cap on, pipe unlit in his mouth. His fingers are all the brown from the tobacco. Legs swinging up and down. He's lived here forever. Going to ask him. Old Nick. Nick Johnson.
I'll ask Sophie if she wants to tag along before I would have asked Sophie if she wanted to tag along if I'm heading to the pub.
Oh, you know me, I'm always up for pub.
That's that a girl? Yeah. Especially I'm terrible with people. Everyone knows this.
So you said it was a weekday. What time did you go to the pub at?
Be just after lunchtime, I guess. If we were like mid-morning when we got there, just to let all that happen.
Okay, so the other two left off to do what they were going to do. You two went to the pub, or did either of you go to the pub with them? Probably better just the two of you, so we'll keep the two of you. So as I said, the pub's not very busy. There's a couple of couples sitting about. There is a family having lunch from a very generic pre-prepared menu. What would you like to do? You see the Nick Johnson's pint is almost empty.
I've got some means. I might offer to buy Nick another pint in exchange for some stories.
Do you ask him first, or you just bring the pint over and ask?
I think Sophie will go over very tentatively and sort of ask him, excuse me, the bartender was saying you've lived here for ages. I'd love to hear some information about the area. Can I get you a drink?
He looks up. He should fuck. Sees you're a woman. All right, darling, hen, have a seat.
Thanks very much.
You can tell, just there's a lecherous look about him. Nose is all wrinkled, and you see the blood vessels on it. You know what? I'll buy you a drink. And you. And he says to the bar, and the barman looks over. Bring this wee lassie a drink. And he rolls his eyes. You want one too, Nick? Aye, gives a pint. And drinks are brought.
Thank you very much.
As you get your drink in your hand, he then notices Kevin. Is this your brother?
Colleague.
Colleague. Cheers. Sorry I can't buy you one, mate. I'm a pension, I don't have enough.
So, how long have you been living around here?
Oh, I've lived here since I was a boy.
You must have seen some changes.
Not as much as you think. The cars are different. They're all ugly as hell now. The kids are more cheeky. The pub is shite, he says really quite loudly.
Were you here back in the spit and sawdust days kind of thing?
Yeah, back when you get a real pint. I mean, they wouldn't let you in here back then, but, you know, I mean, that's one of the good things that changed.
Going to completely move the conversation on from there. That boarded up house up the street, do you know anything about that place?
What did I say the fucking name was? Because I'd had a name written down. I don't think it was the right one. I kept it. It was Bennington or something. Oh,
Barrington.
Barrington, thank you. See, I almost had that. A Barrington house. Wow, it's been empty, if you can call it empty, for a while. All the junkies and shitheads in there. Keep trying to get the police on them, but they never come. Don't care. Say they're no harming anyone. The owner's not complaining.
So the owner knows about it?
I don't know. I tried years ago getting them out. Now I just don't bother. I don't cross that side of the street because you know what they're like.
What are they like?
They're all thieving bastards, aren't they? They're all after them. They're all homeless. They want their drugs. They want to get me for my medicines. I've got really good medicines, by the way, just in case you ever need anything that's, you know, makes a good night out with a wee beer. When it looks at you, Kevin. I mean, I don't really have enough to share, but, yeah. Yeah. So, what you want to know?
I'm going to take a sip from my drink and give Kevin a moment.
I've heard some strange rumors about that place. People going missing.
Don't know anything about that. I mean, Barrington, I suppose, he went missing. But that was even before my time, really. I was only a wee boy. Wasn't even a wee boy, wasn't even born, sorry. He's not that old.
Oh. We're looking into a missing persons case, I believe. What was her name? Sophie?
Kerry.
Carrie.
Yeah, Kerry. Just to
Thank
say,
you,
though,
Kevin.
we're not police. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, I know you're no police. I could smell it off you if you were.
No, it's an old case. It's just something that came across and we thought we'd look into it and see what was going on because it didn't make any sense.
You got a picture there?
Not on us.
Well, you would have it on your phone. It's all digital, the stuff you got.
Oh, I was not aware that we had a picture, sorry.
Aye, because someone asked when you were doing your prep there before.
We got.
Yeah,
I wasn't
perhaps
sure if we all had a copy of it.
Yeah, I would have shared if we got it back. But yeah, we got an image of her that
Yeah.
she currently was seen
The-
by
the blonde
Andrew,
person.
but
Yeah.
then we got a description of what he remembers her looking like. So we have
Yeah, it was
both.
just brown hair, small, sturdy.
Oh,
But that's not what the picture's of.
I
So
remember,
I'll show
I
him it on my
remember her.
phone.
She came in here a couple of times. I think maybe she was trying to come on to me, and I was having none of that. Not for someone from in there.
She's still around here?
No, she fucked off. Just one of those days. Just going, I'm glad. I wouldn't have touched her at all. Just never said goodbye or nothing.
Anything strange about her?
Well, I mean, she looked a bit too good to be able to sleep in that squat.
Do you mind what she was drinking?
Like, she only had orange juice when I bought her a drink. I mean, not that I did that often.
Of course.
She'd come in with a mate at first, but he picked off a wee Chinese-looking guy or something.
Maybe she went with him somewhere.
No, you would recognise that as being Andrew Young.
No, I know that didn't happen. I'm just trying to plant
Okay.
seeds for him.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what you know or remember and whatnot. So,
I should have said to you so you knew.
yeah.
Do you think the lady might have followed Andrew? I turn to Sophie when I say this.
No, Andrew went back up north, and
Yeah.
I guess we could check in with Andrew. It's the next logical step. I'm sure Dick's on to that.
That name is going to be so funny.
Then it shouldn't be though. I mean, it's just Dick, short for Richard, absolutely fine. For some reason, my head just going.
As soon as-
No, I'm 12. Fuck it.
As soon as I
Yeah,
saw the name come up in the chat, I was just like, oh, I'm going to have to be ready for this.
Yeah. You know me. You know me well. Anyway. No, they're all. Some of them come in here when they've got money. None of them really come in try to steal something. I think there's the big guy. Can't remember his name, but he keeps them in hand. Doesn't let them mess about too much.
Sounds like a good guy to have around then.
Yeah. Looks like a criminal to me. Probably one of his parents is foreign too, you know.
Yeah. I want to stay on his good side, but I'm also not going along with this at all.
Why should I make it easy for you?
Why would you? I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use anything to help here, but I'm not sure that he's not. I don't think he's holding anything back that he's not giving us. I think the house has been there for a while. The people who are there are not looked on highly by the community, and he doesn't trust them. The girl did come into the pub, but he doesn't know anything much about her apart from she didn't drink alcohol there.
Yeah, I feel like the next step is probably to investigate the building. It feels, at least for me.
Or chase up Andrew, but I feel
Yeah.
like that's not my purview.
Same here. I feel like that's Drake and Dick's. sort of call.
Dick Drake sounds like a folk singer.
Yeah. See, Dick Drake would be all right because you get Tim Drake, and then you've got Dick.
Oh yeah, Tim
Dick
Dick
Drake.
Grayson.
from
Thank
Batman.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They should have all been named after Robin from Batman.
Yes. Oh, that would have been cool. Well, it would have been terrible because I would have laughed too much, but still. Right, you got anything else you want to ask this guy as his fingers try to make their way surreptitiously over to
I'm
land
moving
in
out the
your
way
hand?
because I've seen that kind of shit before,
Yeah.
and not my first time around the block, especially having worked in a hotel. I'm managing his behaviour carefully but firmly.
Remind me to tell you something about that when we stop playing because it's funny as fuck. I mean, it really is funny as fuck. It's terrible, but funny as fuck.
Sorry, people on YouTube, you can't hear this.
Haha.
No, they can't. They can't. It's just you can't hear the story. I'm going to see through the conversation with sort of meaningless nothings and finish that drink in GTFO.
Okay. This takes the little while, you know, when you get to the pub. Takes so you still have the evening for yourselves, but I think that's better for the moment. Drake, what is it you're wanting to get up to?
Okay, so there's really two things I'm going to do. First of which is probably use the internet this time to look for the thing. I can. Is it possible to stack the occultism with a what was the skill? With the online research skill?
I don't know.
Because online research, it costs 1 intelligence point, which is reduced to 0 thanks to my edge.
Oh, if it's that would be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's all research-based tasks are easier if you have access to the internet.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No, okay.
So what do you want to find out?
Just another go at the whole because again, like I was looking at my books before, but now I'm using my laptop to just sort of browse everything I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, give me your roll.
It's a 10.
10. So it gets lowered by 2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it was. Sorry, I need to do maths. It's weird. Right.
Because it was 5 before. If it's lowered by 2, that'd be 3.
Exactly.
Which would be 9. So I'd beat it by 1.
Yep. No, that's fine. That's good. Okay. So this takes quite a bit of your time getting into it. You're finding the correct search parameters. You're looking through things. You're cross-indexing with things you know. You probably have access to some archives. They might have more. Maybe even you have to get onto the Magnus archive and have a look through there.
Yeah.
And eventually you come across a couple of stories that sound similar. People that suddenly flipped out saying that their husband, their wife, their mother, their father, their kid somehow wasn't themselves. No one else around them would believe that. It doesn't turn up often. Over the past few years, we're only looking in country at the moment. You come up about so over the past 10 years, let's say you come up with 4 times of it happening up and down the country.
Yeah, so this is like a rare instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like the people are absolutely certain that this is not the person that they have known or loved or whatever, but everyone else around them, they are. So if it's their kid, then their partner think that's been their kid forever. What the fuck's wrong with you?
As I'm looking at the case files, do I see anything that's like strange from their perspective leading up to that? Like maybe something out of place?
No, there's nothing that. Because you've only got so few data points, you would need to kind of maybe look in a lot more to each of them to see if something would turn up there. But there's nothing like you're able to get hold of some statements that have been made, or people reaching out to journalists or whatever, and maybe some notes have been taken, and you're able to find that, and nothing in the descriptions you find indicates anything like that.
Oh, it's like to basically just overnight it just happened, like nothing led up to it. Okay. Yeah, so that was the first. The second thing I was gonna do is contact the guy, who did the case in the first place, the Andrew Young.
You have the number for him. It's a mobile number. You are getting on. That took up quite a bit of your day, so you're probably at 9, 10 at night if you're wanting to call him.
Yeah, I'll probably call him, and if he doesn't pick up, I'll probably just leave it till morning.
Okay,
Oh,
roll a
later.
dice and tell me if it's odd or even.
Okay. That is even.
After a couple of rings, it picks up. Andrew Young.
Hello, this is Alex Drake. I'm ringing you about the thing you sent to us a few months ago about a person that
Sorry.
wasn't who they claimed they were.
Wait, you're from the Magnus Institute.
Yes, I am.
Have you found it? Have you found out what's happened to Kerry?
Not yet. However, we are currently investigating right now. I just wanted your side, like from you specifically, of what happened. I know you posted it to us, but I want to hear it from you.
You heard it was recorded in his voice, so you did hear
Yeah,
him say it.
I mean, like him.
But
Like,
what can I tell you? How can I help? Have you been to the squat? Were you able to get in?
we weren't able to get in. The groundskeeper sort of stopped us from
What do you mean by
entering.
Keaton?
Yeah.
Well, I can understand that.
Yeah, he stopped us from getting in. We managed to get some information. As you said, he didn't notice any changes.
None of them did. I found out where she lived before. Right? I got in touch with her mum. I showed her the picture, and she said that's her, the little bitch that ran away.
Okay, are you able to give me this address and like take out a notebook and I just get...
No, I don't think she wouldn't have gone back to them.
I know, but like, in case there was something that would have indicated, it's good to check all possibilities.
He gives you the details, but if you mention her, they will either hang up or they'll swear at you.
Yeah, understandable from parents with annoyed kids. Yeah, did any
He
of
kind of
them...
stops when you say that. Okay. Can I help you with anything else?
Yeah. Other than the appearance, did her attitude also change? Just wondering if it's just the appearance or if other things happened.
I wasn't really with her really long when after that happened. It freaked me out. All the people there, they said it was her, and maybe she acted different. I don't know.
That's fine. Again, it was stressful. Okay, so far we have... I'm just mentally saying this out loud to confirm with the guy. So far we have your friend change appearance from and after a night where she went upstairs but probably came down. Ran away from parents, which we'll probably have to check later. Haven't been able to get in, so we can't confirm anything from the people inside. However, according to the groundskeeper, everything's all right, but obviously that's not the case from what you know. I also mention that, I should mention that I've also looked into the files that we have here, and there have been a few cases like your friend. However, we haven't been able to gather much from those, because like what happened with you, they just happened overnight with nothing really leading up to it.
Okay. I noticed it strange there before. I'm sure it happened before there, but no one believed me. I saw them. I wasn't certain of it until it happened with Kerry. There were other people that they took their places, and no one cared. No one was interested. Kerry didn't even believe me, and then it happened to her.
Oh, so this has happened like several times already.
At the house, I put that in my statement that it happened a few times.
Sorry, I may have
Sorry.
missed that. Yeah, okay, so that's weird. From our stuff, barely happens. I think all of our cases only have like 4 of these things recorded. So that it's happening quite often in the area is kind of alarming. Yeah, thank you for the info. We'll definitely check it out.
Look, if you find the real her, not this blonde stranger, if you find her, tell her I'm sorry. I didn't want to leave her.
If we find out, I will. You have my promise.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And have a good night.
He hangs up. You hear the beep.
Yeah, okay.
So it's 10 at night. What do you do, Drake? Do you go to bed? Do you go out? Do you continue working?
I'd probably just go straight to bed, just dreading what memories my mind will bring up when I go to sleep.
I have 2 questions for you then. Do you leave your phone on loud while you're sleeping?
It'll probably be just like on the table next to me. Probably loud, yeah.
Will you accept another GM intrusion?
Sure.
Right, who would you like to give the other XP to?
I will give it to Sophie because trying to get information from the guy at the bar.
It's about 4 in the morning. The vibrations, they seem to get stronger and stronger from your phone as it wakes you up.
Yeah, I reach over and grab my phone and see what's making it buzz.
Phone call, number unknown, or at least they don't have a name for it. It comes up with a local number, local mobile number.
I answer the phone and I just put it to him like, Drake speaking.
You had been. What the fuck? What did you guys do?
What do you mean?
It takes you a moment you recognise the voice of the guy you talked to earlier.
Oh, it's
Kieran.
Keegan, yeah. Keegan, yeah, it's
Kieran.
Kieran, yeah. Sorry, it's 4 in the morning. What's up?
What did you do with it?
Do with what?
I went down the pub and this guy's an old arsehole. Nick something.
Okay.
He wasn't him. He'd changed. I thought it was some kind of joke. I went back to the house. I heard a noise. I went to sleep. I heard a noise. I went checked around. No one upstairs. In one of the beds, this guy's only been here a couple of days. It's someone else. It's someone fucking else. And I wake him up to ask him what he's doing, how he got in. And
Let me guess, he said he was the guy that came in a few days ago.
yeah, I
And
lost my
everyone
shit. I
believed
was
him?
trying to throw him out, and everyone woke up and they're saying, "What the fuck did you guys do?"
We didn't do anything. We are investigating the exact same thing that happened a few months ago. That's why the guy went ballistic, and that's why I had to remove him, because the exact same thing happened to him. And he said that several things before happened like that.
Look, I can't leave them here. I need to get them out. I can't leave them here. It's not
Okay.
safe if this is happening.
Okay, listen. If it has happened several times already, there may be more of those things that you need to prioritize yourself at the moment. You don't know how many of those
I
things
need
are
to
there.
prioritise these people sleeping here. They're meant to be kept safe. Can you get here? I don't think there's any danger. They've all kind of calmed down. Everyone's having a drink. Some of them went back to sleep. I'm sitting on the stairs. I don't think anyone can hear me.
Okay,
Bring your bruiser friend. Fuck,
Dick?
bring the copper if you want. I don't care.
Okay.
I need help, and I don't know who to reach out to.
Okay, okay, out of character, how long did it take us to get there, like, beforehand?
It'll probably take you about 45 minutes in the car.
Okay,
Half an hour.
yeah, I'll call everyone. I'll be there in about 45 minutes. That's the fastest I can be there.
the phone line goes dead, and you're up in the middle of the night with one fuck of a phone call, and that is where we will leave it for the evening. If you don't mind, and we will return on the 4th of January, I think, if everyone's up with it.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, that's a cliffhanger worth picking up on.
Dang it.
That was my hope. So I hope you all enjoyed your evening. We have
Very
been
much.
playing the Magnus Archives from Monte Cook Games and Rusty Quill Podcast. And Rusty Quill Podcast is fucking amazing. Go listen to it if you haven't, because seriously, I'll send dick after you if you don't. We'll go round and round. If you have anything to plug, please plug it. This is the last game I myself am streaming this year, but I think we have Dragonbane back next week. I don't know about Vampire or...
Vampire should be happening.
Vampire should be happening on Sunday. I don't know if we've got... we do? Follow?
We're planning to have.
Okay,
if
yeah, so
everyone's
there's some more
available.
games coming, just not me. I will be recording a game probably on the 29th. I still need to invite Lavaita because I haven't done so yet. Lavaita considers herself invited. And yeah, so
What game?
yeah, everyone, see who you are. Tell us if you had fun. Tell us if Dick's a dick or if I'm a dick or anyone's a dick. I don't really care. We will start with Alex. How was your evening, mate?
Honestly, it was great for the first time being in one of these games. I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'll just message in Twitch to say my channel. Obviously, you can follow
Yeah,
if
of
not.
course.
But, yeah.
Nice, I got in on it. I'll make a command for you so we can share it easier next time.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you put a link in chat, if it's not allowed, I'll repost it as a mod and you can get it out there.
Exactly.
Or we can put it on the YouTube video as well.
I will still stick on anything you want to share. We'll stick on the YouTube videos as well. Obviously, all pictures of Tim will be blurred out on the YouTube videos because
He's a dick.
trying to get
You want to get demonetized.
This will never get monetized. Never.
No, I know.
YouTube would look at me and go,
I've seen our channel.
"Fuck no." Yes. Yeah. Anyway, Tim, how was your evening? Did you enjoy it, mate?
I enjoyed myself a lot, though you guys seem to make fun of poor Dick's name.
I did not.
We have Dragonbane next Saturday is a yes. At least that's the intent right now. Let's see what the week brings. Yeah, that's the only thing I have to go up. I am thinking about trying to maybe start a second game here soon. You might hear something.
I hope so.
Well, it'll probably be just, we'll see. Winter's here, so I don't want to be doing much outside, so I have more time to do things inside. So, considering we got that nice balmy weather outside. I think it was -6 Celsius when I checked earlier. All right.
Right.
But yes, I had a very enjoyable time, Mark. I liked the game.
Awesome.
Getting to learn the system is the fun thing, though, too. So.
Yeah, that's true.
We're getting there. It's not difficult, just remembering all the little details and when to use them. Because I missed one, I think, or two a couple times.
If anyone's watching and has something to tell us to do better, feel free to do so. I might ignore you. Who knows? Tiresias, how about you? Did you enjoy your evening, mate?
I had a blast. I think making a protector is probably the smartest move on my end that I've made, considering that I've watched every episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Playing a character who doesn't know anything and is more physically based than knowledge based really helps me with like accidental metagaming and all that.
I'll be interested to hear what you think of what's going on because you'll know probably a lot more. I don't know about your Lavaita.
Oh, yeah.
I think the entity that appeared is like one of the first ones that shows up. I immediately got it as soon as I heard the case file.
Bastard. No, I still have twists and turns for you, so don't rest on your laurels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see your take on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Or
like I know
completely
the
something
type
different.
event. I'm gonna say like, I know the type of events. I just don't know where it will go from here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can surprise you. Tiresias, do you have anything you want to plug?
Nope, I'm good. Just check out the Dragonbane game. It's a lot of fun. We're currently doing a dungeon crawl of sorts with Tim DMing. He's a great DM.
He is. Bastard.
Hey, I make it up as I go. So
Stop telling people how I do things. Lavaita, obviously last but not least.
So, that was really fun. I haven't played this before, and I've heard some of the podcasts. I've been having people recommend it at me for literally about the last 5 years. So it's been good to have a reason to go and finally check it out. And I'm very glad I'm not the person running around trying to get Dick up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Superb.
thank you.
Superb. This makes me happy.
I'm trying an experiment on the stream this week. We need to talk about that at some point, Mark.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and re-show We All Fall Down, which is our Marvel multiverse game, in 3 very long episodes, just to see if anyone sees it again for the first time, because there's a lot more people watching now than there was when we first played it. It will include the prelude from Session 0, which isn't available anywhere else.
It's not available.
Yeah,
Don't let anyone see that. No.
It's in there. Just the ending. Just the end of it.
Okay.
Where the whole thing starts. It's
Yeah,
important.
it's okay. It's
only 10 minutes.
I'll allow it.
Anyway, so 26th, 27th, and 28th, starting at 2 p.m. UK time, which is I think 9 a.m. in EST, and you have to work out the rest yourselves. And Saturday will be a busy day because we'll do have like 5.5 hours of that, then Dragonbane, then Memphis by Night, which will
Nice.
hopefully be running on Saturday night. But and then Fallout the next day.
Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
busy times.
At some point you will have to sleep.
Oh, I'm
no.
also planning a game, but I'm not ready to recruit people. Actually, I might have like 5-6 people already in it, but
You won't be able to play the other game because you'll be playing Fallout.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
Is
Anyway,
Fallout happening tomorrow? I can't remember.
tomorrow. Fallout, yeah.
right, we
Yeah.
are going to read the Lollygaggers. They're playing Discord. So hopefully you can have fun there. So if you're with us, please stay till we raid. And I really hate doing this because I never know when it's going to actually happen. To viewers, ready to raid in 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and then it doesn't fucking do it and cuts me off in the middle of saying something. You know. So thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Cheers.
Yeah, honestly, I also hate it when